Hi, I'm Jen Hadfield from Tater Tots and Jello, and I'm also a designer with American Crafts and Pebbles. And I'm so excited to be here today at Scrapbook.com to show you my newest collection, Chasing Adventures. So Chasing Adventures is all about spending time with your family, whether you're in your backyard or you're in Europe or wherever you are, just also everyday moments. I think it's so important to record those. So today I'm going to show you a really fun idea that can be home decor or parties, and we all love throwing parties. So these are just kind of like little scenes in jars that you can make with paper. I love creating things for my home with paper. That's my passion. So I'm going to show you a little bit about my line, a few of the papers, and some ways that you can create these jars for your home or parties. So I have lots of really cute papers in my collection that have a lot of color. And one of my favorite things in the collection are the die cuts that I have. So there's these little girls that I think are so adorable in the collection. And so I added them to these jars. But you can add all kinds of other things too for your party or for your home. But I'm going to show you how to do these little girls in jars and with the trees. But I'm also going to show you some ideas for using some of these die cuts that are not the girls. So let's get started. So what we're going to do is we're going to create the trees first. And as you can see, there's lots of different sizes of trees, and you can make the trees as big or small as you want. You can use any kind of a jar that you want. It can be any size. It could be a mason jar, or it could just be a giant vase, or any kind of jar will work as long as you can see through it. So for the trees, what I did was I just folded my paper in half and then put it in the cutter. So you want to kind of start cutting at the top of the paper where you folded it, and that creates the top of the tree. So, and you want it to, you're kind of trying to make a triangle, if that makes sense. So bring your cutter up to the top and then start cutting. There we go. Okay, so you have a giant tree, and it's giant. It's not going to fit in this jar. So what I did was you can just trim it down to whatever size you want it to be for the jar. And you can also make thinner ones with another sheet of paper, but you can also take your scraps of paper and you can make trees out of those too. So that kind of makes it so you're not wasting your paper. So what you want to do if you're going to do that is you just are kind of making a triangle out of you kind of add at the bottom, go to the middle part of the paper so it's even at the bottom, and then you just fold up like this, and then you just cut the rest of the excess of the paper out. So that makes a little tree out of your excess paper. So that way you're not using so many sheets of paper, because I kind of guard my paper. Like, I'm obsessed with paper and I want to use like every little bit of it. So anyway, so this makes a smaller tree and a bigger tree. And you can actually make this very small if you want. All you have to do is cut it like this. And then you have a little tree. This one's too big, so just cut that. So now you have some trees about this size. So that's how you make the trees. And then you can add your little girls. These are just the die cuts from my line. And the way that I made them stand up is I traced a circle that's the size of the bottom of the jar, put the paper, just like construction paper or whatever paper you want, put it in the bottom of the jar. Then you add whatever die cut you're going to do, and you just add a little tab of paper to the back. So just a little tab, just like a little rectangle of paper, you fold it in half, and then you glue it onto the girl or whatever die cut you're going to use, and then you glue it onto the bottom of your jar, and that makes it stand up straight. So that's a little tip I do it on the trees too. So that way, if it will stay up and it's not going to fall over. All right, so I've shown you how to make the girls with the trees, but there's so many different things that you can put inside your jars. And a lot of the things I have in my die cuts would be so cute in the jars. So if you were having a Hawaiian theme party, you could use the flamingos. We have a cute little Airstream. There's sunglasses. There's cityscapes with taxis, which would be really cute for a party theme. So many different ideas that you can use inside these jars. And the last thing I wanted to say about the jars is at the bottom, I just added a little bit of paper at the bottom just to add a little color. So you can do that at the bottom, and I can't wait to see what you do with your jars. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you will check out my line. It's called Chasing Adventures, and it's at Scrapbook.com. Thanks! Thanks for watching. If you like this video and want to see more from Scrapbook.com, please like, share, subscribe, and leave a message. Happiness is life handmade.